Good morning, everybody. Stephen Rowlands live. Just tapping in the good morning. If someone could please comment let me know that you're here, that would be great. Welcome all three of you. Today I'd like to come on live and do Mike Taylor's with us. Hello Mike, how you doing? Oh, he's gone. Right, if someone could please comment, that would be great so I can see comments. Hello Christine. Oh Shelley. I've come on today because I'm trying to raise funds for Tottenham Spiritualist Food Bank. And to raise funds for Tottenham Spiritualist Food Bank, we are doing a special evening of mediumship with myself, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin and Bill Hughes. We're doing that on the 21st of June, and it'll be on Zoom. If you would like a ticket, please donate to the link I've put down the bottom and let me know, and I will send you the Zoom details. If somebody could please hello, hi Annette, how you doing? Thank you for commenting. Alright, so anyway, as I just said, I'm trying to raise funds for Tottenham Spiritualist Food Bank, so I thought I'd do my usual chat, Q&A, and throw in a few messages, if we get enough people, that is. Alright, how are you today, Annette? Alright. I sold 4 books yesterday. I've sold 4 books of my new poetry book, Reflections, and I'm over the moon with that. Okay. But it's been a long week in my world. You know, I've been at work, I've been serving spirit. Okay, and you know, it gets tiring. You know what I mean? But what I want to say is it's become more apparent to me that we have to focus on what we're doing with spirit to receive guidance from spirit and to walk our spiritual path with humility. Is anybody else going to comment? Because I feel like I'm talking to myself. Alright, if anybody's got any questions they would like to ask, please ask. This is chat and Q&A, and if we get some more people coming on, I will hopefully be drawn to someone and give some messages. Okay. Hi Christina, how are you today? Okay. And I've started writing my 3rd book, which is called Shine. It's going to be a day-to-day, a day in the life of over a year of my life, which will encompass my work materially with the homeless and will be about my spiritual journey. Oh, the lovely Lorraine Whitfield's here. No, she's not. Okay. And, oh, yes, she is. And my spiritual pathway and my spiritual service. And my guides keep inspiring me with the word shine. And they're telling me it's my time to shine. So, guess what, folks? The book is going to be called Shine. Okay? Alright? I must say, you're all rather quiet this morning. Alright? Normally when I'm giving messages, it's anything for me every 2 seconds. Okay, all right. But let me know it. But let me know your thoughts on your own spiritual journey, because this is also about chat and Q&A. Hi Karen, Yeah, you finally caught me. Alright, where are you from, Karen? Alright, whereabouts are you in the world? I'll tell you what I did this morning, I overslept. Oh well, I'm just saying I overslept, Karen. Because it rained hard here, and living in a mobile home, it's like living in a tin can. And so I didn't sit. Oh, I've been out your way to do a service. Norwich, beautiful part of the world, that. And I didn't get any sleep, so when I did get to sleep, I could hear my wife getting up and ready for work. And that would have been about 5:30. And I went to sleep and I woke up at 9:30. So it's been a rush to have breakfast and get ready and do this, okay? As I said, I'm raising funds for Totton Spiritualist Food Bank. And to raise funds for the food bank, myself, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin and Bill Hughes are doing a special evening of mediumship on the 21st of June. And it will be on Zoom. If you'd like to attend that demonstration of mediumship, please donate to the link that I've put above. Okay, I'll just see if I can copy and paste that link. Oh, I've done the whole lot. Okay, alright. Oh, I'll put the whole lot. Yeah, see that link on the end? Please click on that. Okay. It is a beautiful thing to do, Karen. You know, it's not a good thing to do when we've got to go to work, but yeah, it's your body's saying you need a bit more rest, isn't it? Okay. If some more people join us, I'll see if I can get some messages or not. Okay. But I thought it was beautiful that Totton Spiritualist Church have got a food bank, alright, and they're helping the community, the homeless and hard-working, struggling families, okay, and I work with food banks in my job as a homeless recovery worker, so I thought it'd be good to try and raise some money for them. Not only are they looking after their local community, you know, the homeless and hard-working, struggling families, they're also sending food and clothing out to Ukraine. So they really need your help at this time. Morning, Sheena. Yeah, good morning. Lovely to see you. I'm well, just trying to raise some funds for Totton Spiritualist Food Bank. If people would like to donate to it, to Totton Spiritualist Food Bank, that will entitle you to a ticket to a special demonstration of mediumship with myself, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin and Bill Hughes on the 21st of June. Once you have donated, I will send you the Zoom details. Ah, the lovely Sue Newell's here. Hi, Sue. And as I said, you know, it is lovely that they're doing this, but with the war in Ukraine, that they're sending out lots of stuff to Ukraine to help the Ukrainian people get through it. So they need all the help we can get. We live in a material world, so they need money so that they can buy the food, they can buy the sleeping bags, they can buy the warm clothing. You know, and it is a great part of our spiritual teaching and spiritual practice to help others. It is the core of our knowledge, it is the core of our belief to serve others through the teachings of unconditional love. What does everybody think of that? Alright, a lot of people think that spiritualism is about rocking up and getting a message. No, it's not. Yeah, part of it is to prove survival after death. But once you've had your proof of survival, it is about putting into everyday spiritual practice from the teachings of Spirit. Now, Spirit do teach unconditional love. That's lovely, Sheena. Keep up the good work. As I said, you know, the teachings of Spirit tell us to serve others. To serve is noble. be humble in service. Okay, and the core of spirit teaching is unconditional love, and that's what we're learning to do on this earth plane. It's all part of our journey to learn. As I said to somebody yesterday, I was giving somebody a reading yesterday, it's not only about loving, but it's learning how to be loved. Because I truly feel in my heart that our spirit journey through this physical world of matter and the earth plane is to learn how to love. And yeah, good. God bless thee. Good word of the Lord. God bless Buddha. God bless all the other ascended masters. God bless spirit guides who bring the same teaching. Which bring hiya Claire, it's Dinky Claire McCoubry. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I've forgotten what I was going to say then. It's because I'm 61 years old. I've just forgotten what I was going to say. But spirit communicate their teachings in a way that everybody can understand. So what they were saying 2,000 years ago is different to what they're saying today, but it's all the same teaching. It's just worded differently. Yes, it's lovely to get a message from a loved one. Oh, good morning, Trudy. How are you? It's lovely to get a message from a loved one. It's lovely giving messages from loved ones, and it's lovely to receive messages from loved ones. But the true path is knowing that they are alive and well, they are in spirit, and are carrying on their universal journey, and knowing and accepting that, and sending them our love, and embracing the teachings of spirit. Thank you, Annette. Love and light to you. I'm well, but my poor wife is at work, Trudy. So I've got half an hour's peace and quiet in here. All right, don't tell her I said that; she'll kill me. But yeah, Trudy, there's a lovely healing light coming around you. All right, and when my guides give healing through me, what they do is they circle their hand above the person who's receiving healing. They circle their hand above their heads. Okay, and the energy goes through in a circular motion through the recipient's body, and they do that to calm down. And they're making me feel that I want to do this with you, Trudy. I just feel a headachy feeling with you, and I just feel a little sickly feeling with you, and they're channeling this healing through your body. I hope you can understand that. That's the first thing I've got, Trudy. If you don't understand it, please say. Alright, okay, alright. But I feel also that Spirit are bringing in a nice sense of security for you as well. You may ask a question whilst I'm waiting the lovely Trudy to answer. Yeah, that's for Sarah. I know Sarah hasn't been well, but they're bringing it around you. They're bringing in like, oh, I'll get it. They're putting this circular energy. It's like, I just feel sort of like nervous anxiety there. All right, is that with you or Sarah, Trudy? Yes, Christina, you can ask a question. Oh, you've all gone quiet on me now. Well, then your guides aren't working properly with you, Christina, are they? All right, it's a simple rule of thumb with Spirit. Well, that's why they're bringing in the security for you, Trudy. Hang on, I'll just answer Christina's question and I'll get back to you, young lady. All right? No, it's not common, right? Because a lot of people want to be mediums, but without the teaching, without the relationship with their guides and how it all works. Okay, it is the law and it is the rule of thumb that spirit replace whatever's been used. Oh, the lovely Liz is with us. Okay. All right. So you've got to tell your guides that they put in any energy that's been used, that they've taken from you for your service. Okay, does that make sense, Christina? I'm sorry, Sue, but that's the way it is. They can see their departed loved one right in front of them and they just think they're daydreaming or they've had an extra bit of cheese. Love and light, Sheena. Yes, you need to build spiritual protection around yourself, Christina, and you need to tell your guys to replace whatever they've used from you. Okay? And that headache you're feeling is the power, spirit power coming down on you. Alright? Okay, because I'm being told that you find it hard to talk when spirit are close. Alright? Anyway, back to Trudy. I'm sorry, Trudy. I went off there and I started answering a couple of questions. Alright? But with you, so you can lead a horse to water, you can make it drink. It's like my point. I mean, me and many other mediums are going around the country today. That's all right. Let them mock. I've had people mock me all my life. You know what I mean? Let them mock. It's their ignorance. If they can't see something that's within and all around them, then that's their ignorance. Also, it's their fear. But anyway, this brings me back to my original point. Yeah, there's me and sort of like hundreds of other mediums demonstrating tonight to the same people, giving evidence of survival, and those same people will come back next week and ask for evidence. So really, we haven't proved survival after death, have we? No matter how much proof we give, people are still wanting evidence. People still want reassurance. Okay. I've got a lovely lady coming in with you, Trudy. Give me a minute. Alright. So we've got to ask ourselves the question, why do we still need evidence of survival once we've had it? Can I tell you, in 44 years of spiritualism, I've only ever had 4 evidential messages for myself, given through other mediums. I agree, Trudy, it's all part of their journey. Wait a minute, somebody's... Right, okay. Yeah. Right, where was I? Sorry, I was distracted there. Yeah, it's their journey. We can't force people to know what we know. Alright? I mean, I remember, so I gave you a message once from 2 ladies that you know. And probably your husband knows. But, and gave you details. Yeah, there's that as well, but that, you know, but once you've had, Liz, once you've had that proof of survival, and, you know, in time you can get them answers, but, yeah, but surely that departed spirit one has their journey, Dawn. Should they stay close to the earth just to, you know, speak about, just to sort of like, bring some comfort to some grief for 5 minutes? It's part of our learning to accept that they're in spirit now, that they are eternal and that they're on their universal journey. And not cling on to them. My dad comes to me quite freely because he wants to. That's fine, that's his free will. My dad died 7 years ago, by the way. Alright? And I talk to him, and we are linked. I agree, Trudy. You've been dreaming a lot just recently, Trudy. Alright. Yeah, it's like what my guide Red Cloud says, seeing is believing. That's why we do the transfiguration, so people can see the changes. You know. Yes, you have. There's an elderly lady that comes to you in them dreams. Yes, Trudy? Yeah, Christina, I mean, it's lovely to sit with others of like mind and sit in that peace and quiet, you know, and that energy of spirit at church is beautiful. Yeah, learning to let them go, Dawn, is part of our spiritual development. Life is about change. You know, we have to learn how to receive and we have to learn how to let go. That's right, yeah, those questions can be answered. Okay, if the departed one wishes to share that information. It doesn't always happen. I did a live last week, and there was a mother communicating, and she was showing me like a little silver snuff box, and the lady receiving the message was denying it, but the mother kept showing me to give to her this little silver snuff box. Anyway, after the demonstration, the lady went round to her sisters and went through their mother's belongings, and they found a little silver snuff box. So the mother wanted that snuff box found, didn't she? All right, and it's beautiful that spirit communicating that way. It's beautiful that our departed loved ones, you know, communicating that way. But we have to let them go onto their universal journey. We're all linked by love. We can all pray for them. We can send out our love to them. We can talk to them in our mind, and through that link of love, it draws them close to us. Okay. All right, but I think that once we've had our proof of survival, once we've had that proof of survival, and we know of a universal life and eternal life, we can then look to developing our own journey universally and putting into practice the teachings of spirit. Yeah, it breaks my heart too, Karen. Yeah, but that's when the healing must come in. And we as mediums should be, through the messages that we're giving, be giving that healing. To help that person heal from their grief, to be able to cope with their grief. And to be able to let their loved ones go forward in their journey in universal life. That's why I wrote the poem Far Away. And that poem was inspired by my spirit guide Lee, who said we should not mourn for our loved ones. We should wish them well on their way. But we are linked by love to them, and they can communicate whenever they want. I mean, I've known it as a medium. You know, you could give somebody a super duper evidential message from somebody in spirit, but because it's not the person that they wanted, they then go running around telling people that you're rubbish because you didn't bring mum or dad or uncle through or friend through. You brought somebody through that gave a wonderful evidential message, but that ain't still good enough. People, we don't choose who communicates with us. You know what I mean? They come through because they want to. Yeah, and we give them messages from those that are there. Anyway, what was I saying, Trudy? I was trying to give you a message, but I got on my bandwagon there, didn't I, Trudy? All right. There's an elderly lady that comes to you in your dreams. She is a spirit guide, Trudy. All right. And in some ways, I just feel that she's like preparing you for the future, but I feel that she's saying that a line has to be drawn. You know, that there's sort of like letting go that you have to do. Yeah. Yeah, she's a beautiful lady. I feel by the colours that she's wearing, she's a healing guide. Okay. All right. And she wants to put healing through your voice. And Trudy, I love giving spiritual messages as well as loved one messages. I do love giving spiritual messages. Yeah, well, I'm seeing her like in all different shades of blues and violets at the moment. That to me means, and also in white, it means that she's a very highly evolved spirit guide. Hey James, how you doing, mate? But she's coming to you in a healing sense. There's preparation going on for you for the future, Trudy. Okay? All right? And what she's saying is there's the way you have been living and the way that you can live, and she's drawing the line in the sand for you because your spiritual self is opening up. But what you do is, Trudy, is what she's saying is you give yourself warts and all. All right? Yeah, the way she shows it's like you pull your skin back and you show everybody your heart and everything like that. That's fine, work through the heart, but what you're doing is you're draining yourself. All right? And you're leaving yourself open to abuse, young lady. All right? Because there are lots of people that will take advantage of a kind and loving heart. Trust me, I know. All right, I've been that boy. So I can tell you from personal experience as well, Trudy. All right? Anybody bought a ticket yet for the June 21st demo? All right? But she's trying to help you to understand to only give what you need to give. All right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think, Trudy, you're on a very... And it's beautiful. It is actually beautiful, Trudy, that you're on such a strong path of development right now. You know. If anybody thinks spiritual development leaves when you leave Circle, you're wrong. I've been a serving platform medium for 39 years and I'm still developing. All right? Yeah, she's going to work for you very strong. She's talking about putting healing through in your voice. Thank you, Liz. Would you like to make another donation to the link I'm going to put up in a minute? It's a demonstration of mediumship with myself, Trudy's sister, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin, and the lovely Bill Hughes. All right, I've had the pleasure of working with Sarah on the platform, and she's a lovely energy to work with, and she chaired for me at Chichester, and lovely energy there. Right, what's James got to say? I'll come back to you in a minute, Trudy. Sometimes we reach out. Yeah, Trudy. The healing vibration will come in your voice as you're speaking. All right, this is what she's saying. Yeah, I like Pinky too. She's a lovely little lady. All right. James, we often meet crossroads in our paths, you know, where we feel like we're going backwards, or we feel that we haven't got the link or whatever, or our discipline falters, you know. But I feel to say to you, perhaps you're being too disciplined. But it's when we reach these crossroads, you know, it's spirit telling us to stop and take stock. Would you understand that, James? Rest a little while. I think, yeah, when we reach these crossroads in life, that, yeah, we've come to the end of a lesson and we're preparing for the next lesson, if that makes sense, James. I need more coffee. Hang on. Trudy, you've got a long way to go spiritually. All right. That's brilliant. I wish you all well. Please give Pinky my love. All right. Yeah, you need to sit in the moment, nice and quiet. James, cup of tea, coffee, beer if you want, and just let your mind wander and see what pops into it. Okay? And taking stock of where you're going, and the new pathway will present itself to you. Liz, did you and the lovely Alison enjoy my books? Right. Okay. A lot of people see a crossroads or a stopping point as a bad thing, but I think it's a very productive thing in spiritual development. Because as I've just been saying to James, it helps us to take stock. It helps us to digest the lessons that we've been learning, but it also helps us to open up and embrace the new lessons. Okay. In fact, I actually wrote a blog called Spiritual Crossroads. I will add it onto Spirit Divine for you to read, James, if that's okay, mate. Thank you, Liz. That's lovely. Right, as I said, I'm raising funds for Tottenham Spiritualist Church Food Bank. I think it's brilliant that a Spiritualist church has a food bank. They help people in their community, the homeless and hard-working families that are struggling to make ends meet. It can take any times. It depends on our awareness and what we're doing. If we're going, woe is me, I'm stuck, we won't move forward, we won't move back. But if we just accept it and embrace it and open our minds and see what lessons are being presented to us, Karen, that's when the movement starts. Oh, thank you. You're already coming to the demo, weren't you, James? But anyway, thank you, mate. You're a kind man. God bless you. All right. Hello, Loretto. How you doing? All right. I'm going to try and come back to young Trudy because I don't think we're finished with her. I've still got energy with her. All right. I hope all of what I'm saying is making sense. You know. I'm glad you're doing great work. Blessings to you. But I feel I want to say to you, young Trudy, is that you've got to be brave. All right? Yeah, I stutter sometimes. Sometimes my mouth isn't wide to my brain. All right, but remember, spirit are standing close to you in your aura, and that affects the mind and the brain. All right? I think that spirit are standing... Yeah, but when you feel comfortable and when you're ready, because, you know, don't do it to free yourself of this anxiety feeling. Right, what did the lovely Loretto, what's her name, say? I can't find her comment now. Yeah, I don't even remember that, Loretto. But anyway. But thank you for your kind words of that. It brought people comfort. Hello, Claire. I saw the lovely Claire yesterday at Me and the lovely Claire Sutton were doing readings at Winchester Spiritualist Church, or Winchester Independent Spiritualist Church. Lovely to see you yesterday, Claire. And she runs a circle at Tottenham Spiritualist Church, funnily enough. And I'm trying to get people to donate so they can have a ticket for me, Bill, and the two Sarah's demo. Yeah, I'm glad that's making sense. But don't fight with your husband over it, Sue. He's got his way, he's got his pathway, he's got his journey, you've got yours. There's no need for you to sort of like to get arguing or for you to feel frustrated. Just accept that it's his journey. Yeah, and that's part of the lesson for us as well, isn't it? If we get all beaten up about, people have been taking Michael out of me for years. You know what I mean? Remember 30 years ago, they used to call me Izzy Wizzy, Let's Get Busy and Witchy Poo and things like that. And people used to try and prove me wrong. I even had friends in Langley, where I come from, a few years back, phoned the church up, Slough Spiritualist Church, and asked them if they had heard of me, because they didn't believe me. You know what I mean? No need to even laugh at him. You know what I mean? It's his journey, respect his journey. It's like my Veronica's, her side of the family, sort of like, quite a few of them tell me they don't believe, but I respect their right not to believe. I respect their journey. And they respect mine. They don't, take the Michael out of me for advertising all over Facebook. You know what I mean? They just let me get on with it, and they get on with their pathway. But we do have some lovely barbecues, I will say that. All right, and it's lovely to see them. All right? All right. Okay. Yeah, I think you've got a big, long journey. Yeah, I'm talking about when I used to call Easy Wizzy, Let's Get Busy and Witchy Poo and stuff like that. All right? Loretto, can I add that about the Maltese screeching in my new book, Shine? If you could inbox me some information about that, that'd be great. Oh, the lovely Nicola Bourne's with us. All right. Anyway, getting back to you, young Trudy, you've got a big, long journey ahead of you with Spirit. All right. Please inbox me the details, Loretto. All right, Trudy, you've got a big, long journey ahead of you, Spirit, and there's going to be a lot of changes with you. All right. In your state of heart and mind. The lovely Laura Jones is with us. She's another lovely medium. All right. I'm feeling very drawn to you, young Laura. I feel Spirit have got a lot to say to you, Trudy. All right, so I'm hoping you get them messages, but I'm feeling very drawn to Laura Jones at the moment. Hiya, Nicola. How you doing? As I said, if you can keep popping up, Laura, that would be fantastic. All right. Right. A donation to Tottenham Spiritualist Food Bank will get you a ticket to the demo that myself, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin and Bill Hughes are doing on the 21st of June via Zoom. They're three wonderful mediums, and me, all right? And they're three very powerful evidential mediums, and it'll be a lovely, lovely night. So, as four of us, we need lots of people to give messages to, don't we? All right? Laura, where's Laura Jones gone? Come on, Laura. Come on, lovely lady. Right, if we could all send healing to Nicola Bourne, please, that would be fantastic. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put the link up for you now. Stay around, Laura. Right, hang around, Laura. Please keep popping up. All right. I'm just reading. She's Blessings and light to you, Loretto. Right, keep popping up, Laura. All right. Right, look. Yeah, truly. When you're mentoring these lovely people with Pinky, I'll call your sister Pinky. It's my nickname for her. All right. Just relax. Will you just relax with them? All right, Laura. I'm going to put the link up for you now. All right, for you to make a donation, and once I see the donations gone in, I will send you the Zoom link. Hang on. I will give you a message in a minute, Laura. Just give me a chance. I'm a man, and I'm not too good at multitasking. All right. Right, there's the link for you to donate to, Laura. Right, Laura. I've got a lot of loving energy coming to you from Spirit. Okay, and I feel that you're keeping information back. Can you understand that? All right. If any of your friends want to get tickets, because there's 3 fine mediums and me. All right, and we need loads of people to give messages to and help Tottenham for Spiritualist Church Food Bank. Yeah, I just, what they're doing, they're showing me a picture of you, but you've got your lips very, very tight together, and I just feel that it's like you're holding information back, or you're keeping quiet about something at the moment. I don't know quite what they're saying. All right, but it's showing me your stomach going like a washing machine at the moment. Does that make sense? I also feel that you've got new guides coming in, Laura. And you get this very heavy feeling. Can you understand that? The lovely Jane Elizabeth's with us. And I've got a lovely old lady here showing me a burnt saucepan. Yeah, because you've got new guides coming in. All right? And I just want to say to you that's going to feel unnerving at this time. But just relax and go with the flow of it. You're wondering whether to say things that you get. All right? I learnt the lesson years ago. Yeah. That's because you got new... Have you ever thought of trance, Laura? Because what I'm getting is you're not sort of like giving the information that Spirit are giving to you. I learnt the hard way once. All right, there's a story to it. I won't bore you with the details, but it was live on the platform many moons ago at Hey Spiritualist, and Spirit had been telling me off for not giving all the information. All right, and they proved to me that I should give all the information, even however unbelievable it sounds and it seems. All right. So please, Laura, when you're doing a bit of mediumship, please speak everything. All right. Okay, but I feel that you could develop trance as well, Laura. Does that make sense to you? But what I want to say to you also, Laura, is keep your feet on the ground, but reach out for the stars. I just feel you need to earth more. I've got a lady here showing me a burnt saucepan, like she burnt the food. So what you're getting right now is that's right, Trudy. Oh, I think so too. All right. Do not shut the words that have just come to me. I know it's an old saying, but do not shine your light under a bushel. Do not keep your light under a bushel. Laura, would you like to do a live mediumship with me? Alright, because I was a new medium once, many moons ago. Alright, and I like to showcase new mediums. Okay, yeah. I feel it's a grandmother in spirit with you, and she's showing me this burnt saucepan, and it nearly burnt through, because she's showing me like there's a little hole in it. Okay, but she's coming to you with a lot of love. Well, do you want to do a Zoom with me then? Alright, I'll have to look in my diary, because I've been quite busy this year with one thing and another, Laura, but what I'll do is I'll inbox you. You are on my friends list, so I'll inbox you with possible dates. You'll have to send me a mugshot for the poster. But anyway, that's great. It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey, Jane. Right, alright, okay, we will do that, Laura. I'll be in touch, young lady. But anyway, I'm still with you, Laura, but I'm just talking to Jane. Right, Loretta Lynette Heavens wants to be in my video, so I'm going to let her. Stay tuned, Laura, because I'm going to do you a message. And Jane, it's a beautiful right, okay. Right, we should see the lovely Loretta in a minute. Right, she's going to talk to us about the dog. Apparently I'll remind her of the dog. I'm not that ugly, am I? I don't look like a dog, do I? Might sound like a dog sometimes, but I don't think I look like one. But anyway, yeah. Right. Anyway, back to the lovely Laura. Yeah, please do. Good morning, Lisa. Who's got a beautiful aura, Jane? Right, well, Laura Jones. I'm still with you, so I need to concentrate and I need to get back to you, young lady. All right. I just feel there with you that when spirits stand close to you. Oh, brilliant! Thank you. Blessings or must. Yeah. Yeah. I just get when spirits stand close to you, Laura, that you take on some of their physical attributes, if you know what I mean. Because when spirit come close to the earth, they become more dense, in a more physical vibration, more physical energy. All right. But what this lady's telling me now, the lady with the burnt saucepan, is that you're trying to find your foundation. Would you agree with that? Have a lovely weekend, Karen. Okay, private PM it, please, Loretto. Right, okay. And that's why you're not only keeping information from spirit in, but you're keeping your feelings in. Okay. Please, whatever your feelings are, speak them. And I will mention the beautiful spirit guide Ramadan, who always says, speak the truth with kind words. So please speak your truth with kind words. All right. She's telling me that you've decided not to be led. Does that make sense? See, the trouble is, with these Facebook lives, there's a delay, so I have to wait. I have to wait till the person answers me. And yeah, okay, that's brilliant. All right, Laura, you're the master of your own self. Everything and all things have free will. Okay, yeah, and you should be leading yourself. How I dealt with unkind mediums. I think there's more of it now because it's turned into a spiritual industry. There's a lot more of it going now than there was in my day. You know what I mean? It was only sort of like 3 or 4 people. But now everything's online and everybody's trying to be top of the tree, aren't they, Christina? All right. But we just got to accept, we are in service and just go out there and do it. Do you know what I did, Christina? How I dealt with That's good, yeah. But it can be scary following your heart, can't it, Laura? I'll get back to you in a minute, sorry. I'm trying to do 2 or 3 things here at once and I'm failing miserably. But do you know what I did, Laura? I went out and done the best services I could. And before I knew it, I was travelling the country. And in my own way, whatever, the things that are being said to me, like I might get something in 10 years' time. Yeah, and send them love. Because Spirit teaches to have love and compassion for those that hurt us in whatever way. All right. But it was just a simple thing of I'll show you that Spirit do have a purpose for me and they want to use me as a healer and a medium. I'll just get on with it and do it. Now what I do is, because there's certain places that won't book me or whatever, okay, it says connection failed, but my connection's still on, all right? That's right, truly, not being yourself and knowing your truth. Hi, Alison. There's still places that won't book me, and I can't see why they won't book me. There's even one church that denied I'd ever even been there. So it's still going on, even though I demonstrated trance in that church, and I've done a demonstration of mediumship. And the person who said that I'd never been there watched me both times. And with the trance packed the church out, there was 75 people there that night. And people have been asking for me to go back, and the church president had denied that I was ever there. So it's still going on. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of mediums that seem to work to a formula, which I think is wrong. You're telling Spirit how to communicate with you and what to say. You just got to get out there and do it, and that's what I do. And that's why people have told me I'm unique, so I just go out there and do it. It's like now, I'm just doing it. You know what I mean? I'd love to come to York. All right, if that could be sorted out. What I would do is, if you could, because obviously I can't drive back in a day. But what I could do, if somebody's willing to put me up for a night, I could do some private readings to pay for my petrol and do it that way. So if you want to set it up that way, Jane, that would be great. That's what we used to do in the olden days. We used to do readings to pay for our petrol expenses. All right? And I'd love to do a demonstration of York. I went to York years ago just for like a little break, and it's beautiful. All right, it is absolutely beautiful. Anyway, where's the lovely Laura Jones going? Sorry, Laura, I've been rabbiting, haven't I? All right, come back to me, Laura. But as I'm an old Quote fan, I just think, just go out there. Please speak to Vince, all right? That's the way we can do it without the church having to spend sort of like 80 quid, 90 quid on my expenses. And, plus my accommodation for the night. But yeah, I'd love to do it. All right, Laura's with us. That's great. What I want to do is the grandmother energy with the Bert saucepan. She's coming to you now, and she's giving you a lovely, beautiful hug, Laura. And she's rubbing your back, and she's saying, "You go for it, girl." All right. You're rearranging things in your house. She's telling me. You're having a bit of a sort out. She's telling me. Just got to wait for Laura, right? Yeah, okay, she's with you. All right, because the lady's telling me she lived in like organised chaos. She's a lovely lady. She's making me chuckle. All right, because she's saying one person wanted things a certain way and you wanted things the other. But now they're sort of like not in the picture. You're sort of like making things the way you wanted them. She's showing me how close she is to you. Or she's trying to tell you how close she is to you. Jane, there you go, see? So this lady, I just feel there with her that she was quite wobbly on her feet. And she had a problem with her heart as well. I could come to Paynton in Devon if you like, but I will say the same to you as I said to the lovely Jane. If my petrol, I will do private sittings to pay for my expenses if I could be put up overnight. Well, wait a minute, Paynton's only sort of like a couple of hours away. I could do that, yeah. If you want to book me for Paynton, please do. It's only a couple of hours away. Whereas York is sort of like, you know, right up north, isn't it? Yeah, would love to serve Paynton. If you'd like to send me some dates, please, I would love to come. All right. In fact, last year, me and the wife had a lovely holiday in Torquay. And that's right next door to Paynton, isn't it? It's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours away, isn't it? Yeah, I'll do that. Please send me some dates. All right. Where's Laura? All right. I'm getting bookings, I can't believe it. I'm trying to raise money, folks. But I love being booked by new places. Every medium does, all right? But I will advise I'm not a very theatrical medium, all right? That's good, all right? Yeah, that's brilliant. She's coming to you with a lot of love. And what she's doing, for some reason, she's telling me you're keeping quiet. What she's doing is she's unzipping your mouth. You've got to speak your truth. All right, but I'll repeat what Ramadan says, speak the truth with kind words. Do your fingers feel like they've got cobwebs in sometimes? Laura? Yeah, keep them plans up, but do it with the guidance of spirit. Because I just feel, I don't want to sound like Widow Twanky at the end of the bit. Yeah, all right. I think you should develop trance, young lady, young Laura. All right. You're involved with the Eternal Spirit Online team, aren't you? But please try and find a proper trance circle. If you ever find yourself down south, all right, Winchester, young Laura, you're welcome to pop round and I'll set the cabinet up and I'll do a day's trance workshop with you. All right, I've already got one booked in with another lady. Okay. But that's if you're ever down my way. All right, if you are, let me know. I thought you was up north. Well, if you want to get the ferry over sometime, we're only sort of like, I don't know, half an hour from the ferry. All right. And I will do, you can spend a day with me and the wife, and we can go and sit and meditate by the willow tree there, and I will teach you about energies and stuff like that, and about blending, and we'll give you a little go in the cabinet. How's that, young Laura? But what you will need is a proper trance circle, Laura. I don't know I served right spiritualist church many moons ago, but okay, all right, yeah. Well, what we'll do is I'll send you some possible dates because I'm very, very busy because I work full time as well and I do demonstrations, so it's hard to fit it in, and I do need to have time with my lovely wife. But yeah, it'll probably be on a Saturday, all right? Okay, and yeah, that'll be good because Spirit will be guiding me to do a lot more teaching. And Liz, when did you say that circle was with Pinky and Trudy? Well, if Trudy's about, she can tell me. Because I need to sit in development as well. There you go, a medium of 39 years standing. Says that he, yeah. Yeah, book 2 days off because you're going to need time to rest afterwards. And take it all in. Oh, I'm busy tomorrow. I've got work all day tomorrow. What time is it, Liz? Trudy? If I can get down there, I'll come down there. All right, if you let me know where the venue is. But Laura, you've got a long way to go, and you've got and this lady's saying you've got to create a new life. Okay, well we can make it a Sunday, but oh brilliant. I don't know whether I'll be able to make it, Trudy, but I do need to sit and have some time with Spirit to sit and develop myself. Okay. Yeah, you are trying to create a new life, but grandmother is with you. I'm with Laura at the moment, Jane. If there is anything for you, I'll come to you. Jane, Spirit are trying to straighten you out. Do you understand what they're trying to get you to stand up straight? Do you understand that? Please do. Yeah, if I can make it, Trudy. All right, they're trying to get you to stand up straight. Okay. Would you be aware that you're having psychic surgery done on you, Jane? You have an Oriental guide with you in spirit that's a healer that's been trying to straighten your spine out. Okay. And it's also to help with your breathing as well, he's telling me. That's all right, I'm not sure whether I can make it yet, but if I could get the details. Okay. All right. Do you like, when you sleep, do you lie on your front? Because they're showing me you lying on your front when you're asleep and they're working on your back. I've also got a gentleman here that was in the Navy. I feel the Merchant Navy. Okay. Well, when you flop over on your front, that's when they work on your back. I've got a gentleman here with you, Jane, who's in the Merchant Navy. And he's older than me. He's presenting himself as older than me. He's sort of like in his mid to late 70s. Okay? Alright. But he's with you. Alright. Okay. And he suffered with arthritis in his hands, and he suffered with his breathing as well. Okay. I don't feel like he was a close relative, but I feel the family would visit him, if that makes sense. And I want you to sort of like go back to when you was a little girl for this. Yeah, yeah. I'm not like feeling like mum, dad, granddad, you know, that kind of thing, brother, sister, or anything like that. But I just feel like he showed me you as a little girl and you're being taken around there to visit. But he used to love his tell his stories of the sea and his experiences while he was at sea in the merchant navy. He would have been quite tall as well. He could have been. I just don't feel he's in close family. You know what I mean, Jane? But he used to love to tell his stories of the sea. Alright? He's just coming to you to be remembered. What's the time? I'm going to look at the time because I'm doing another demonstration a bit later. Yes, he is, Jane. But what they do is they stand deep in your aura and you start to shake. Do you understand that? It's what we call blending. Yeah, that's why he's there. He's there to channel healing through you, Jane. Just relax, go with it. Alright, what they're trying to do is take you in a light control. It's a level of trance, but it's a light level of trance. Okay, so are you in a development circle at the moment, Jane? Need to know if you're in a development circle, Jane. And I like the name Elizabeth because that was my great grandma's mate. Yeah, right. I see. Everybody wants to teach mediumship these days. I was blessed to be sort of like what we used to call back in the day general development. We'd do a little bit of everything. You know, trance was part of it. You know, as well as healing. You know, and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? But I just feel you need to sit and learn how to blend with spirit to bring those healing energies, because I don't want happening with you what happened with me, whereas I was just taken way back in 1978. My Zulu guide just took me. Alright, I write all about it in my first book. There you go. Right, you need to learn how to blend with spirit. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too fond of Reiki. I'm not Reiki's biggest fan. I just think it's not that brilliant at all. That's just my own personal opinion. I just think it's very psychic. Alright? But that's just my personal opinion. I'd rather you were learning spiritual healing, because that's what you're going to need to do. Alright? And learn how to connect with your guides. And learn how to blend with them so that they can channel pure spiritual healing through. Alright? Jane, I feel that's your messages. Do you feel like you want to float sometimes, take off when you're in circle? Yeah, that's spirit trying to move your consciousness to one side so that they can blend in with you. Alright, I need you to talk to your circle leader about all this. Alright? And get the necessary training and do the work with your guides for it. Okay? This is only my third one, I think. Yeah. Alright. But what's good about today's, Laura, they're very spiritual messages as well. I love giving spiritual messages, as well as messages from loved ones. Alright? Because we all have a spiritual journey. You need to be in a pure healing circle. Forget Reiki. Alright? That's sort of like spread across the land and everybody just thinks about Reiki. No, it's not the only form of healing. Alright? It's you need to learn about spiritual healing. What I would suggest you do is you take the SNU course. It's a 2-year course. Or any local healing groups that are around you. Or to sit in for general development where they do trance. Yeah, because all people think about these days is Reiki and giving messages. That's all they think about. They don't have the knowledge. They don't expand their awareness. Sorry, I'm ranting and raving now and getting on my soapbox. I do apologise. All right. I won't teach this stuff online, Jane, because it's dangerous. It is like control. It is a level of trance. Okay, Jane. All life is spiritual. When you think everything has a spiritual source, or what we term as spiritual, has a spiritual source. Right from the highest, purest, unconditional love, right down to anger and hate. Alright? Everything has a spiritual source. Alright? I would say so. But the thing is with today, everything's gone online and everybody's saying, yeah, I'll teach you trance for £10 a session or whatever. Alright? Yeah, Reiki's very psychic and low level, honestly. I know Reiki masters will disagree with me, but I've been around a lot longer than I have. Yeah, I've been healing for sort of like 44 years and I'm not a master. Right. That's right, Trudy, 100%. It's got to be done in person so that the teacher is aware of what energies are coming through and what's happening and what's coming through you. Remember, Jane, you have to give total control to spirit. So the person taking that teaching has to know what's coming through you and how to deal with it if things go wrong. Does that make sense, Jane? So have a look around for like a healing circle. Alright? Okay. You need to understand about energy and how to channel energy. You need to free your own channel up to be able to send energy out. That's right. Trudy is 100% right. Yes, you can continue with the mediumship because we're all multi-dimensional, aren't we? I mean, I started out as a healer, that led into the mediumship. I started out as a healer, that led into the trance, and then all that led into the mediumship, and then I went off and demonstrated mediumship for 39 years. Now I'm coming back into trance healing again. Okay? So yeah, there are, you know, a lot of people want to sit in circle and develop mediumship in 5 minutes and then run around the countryside showing everybody how wonderful and evidential they are. Alright? But spirit will bring new things in all the time and different aspects and want you to develop new levels of awareness with them. The more you know, and the more you know, and the greater your awareness, the more you can give. Does that make sense, everybody? Well, you need your passion, Yanis. That happens. I've lost my passion a few times. But over a few years of wrangling, I realised that it was my purpose to be a healer and a medium. So I embrace that purpose now. My friend Ashley, I've forgotten her surname, but she's another lovely medium. And her name's Ashley. And I forget her surname. Right. Apologies, Ashley. But she said it's like a spiritual buffet. Alright. What it is, your spirit guides are standing there with a big long table full of different foods. I'll come back to you in a minute, Yanis. All the way from Australia. Alright. What was I going to say? Right, if you can imagine the spirit guy standing there behind a table and a big long table, there's all these different foods there. Each one of them foods, you know, like quiche or Scotch eggs or whatever, they each represent a different level of awareness, or gift as we call them. Alright? Okay, you walk up to that table and I say to you, try a little bit of that. And you go, oh, well, I don't like that too much. That's all right then, try a little bit of that. And you go, like that, and you think, oh, that's lovely. And they go, right, we'll develop that with you. Whatever it be. All right? And I hope that makes sense, Jane. Just when you start out, don't think that that's going to be it. All right? Because Spirit are trying to teach you. That's right. That's right, Laura. Spirit will always go to the root cause of the problem. Okay, Laura? It's no good dealing with the symptoms. Spirit will always go, and that healing energy will always go to the root cause of the problem. And that transfers into mediumship. You have to go to the root cause of the problem. All right? And put in the necessary advice. Right. Yeah, I know you've done a lot. I enjoy your That's right. You're sounding very official. Modalities. Right. Anyway, perhaps it's time for a little break and to take stock, Yanis, and see what comes up. Perhaps you need a bit of a break. All right, and just see what the next bit is. Like I was saying to young James earlier. Blessings to you, young Liz. You take care. Have a lovely day in Chichester. That's all right. All right, now open your mind and your heart. Yanis, open your mind and your heart. What do you truly want to do? Jane Elizabeth, have you had a noisy neighbour? You've got to open your heart and your mind. This is what I'm being told from Spirit. Just sit in the peace of the moment and open your heart and open your mind and see what comes up. Yeah, okay. I've got a little lady here with me. She's telling me she's dealing with it. This little lady, in her own words, used to be a bit of a firebrand. Do you understand? That's an old saying, firebrand. All right. All right, she's only about 5 foot nothing, this lady, but she's very feisty. Sometimes we have to lead ourselves, Yanis. All right, okay. I feel this lady went quite quickly over the spirit as well, Jane. All right. Even though she could be seen as temperamental, she was a very, I'm talking to Jane at the moment, Yanis. But with you, what does your own heart tell you? Yanis, what does your own heart tell you want to do? Because within your own heart is your pathway. Yeah, I'm talking to Jane, Yanis, about this lady. She was a very, very caring lady. Time to fill it up. The beauty of that, Yanis, is that you can fill it up with whatever you want. So seek out what you can fill your heart up with. I know when I felt empty, that I realised that I could fill myself up with whatever I wanted. And you know what I decided to fill myself up with? Unconditional love. Yeah, I feel she went over quite quickly to Spirit Jane. Lucky you, we were having sausages. Right. Thank you, young Alison. Are you coming to the healing, Alison? Right, Jane, if you want to take a little drive down to Bognor Regis on the south coast on the 29th of May, I'm demonstrating trance healing. All right? And it's £5 a ticket. I'm not getting any of the money. It's going to a lovely lady called Stacey Cooper, who's awaiting a bowel and pancreas, what's its face? A bowel and pancreas transplant, okay? Yeah, she died quickly with spirit, but she liked everything to be just so. You know what I mean? She didn't like anything out of the ordinary. She didn't like change. Don't you worry, Alison. If you're there, you're getting some healing. All right? If you want to come to that, Jane, just contact Bognor Regis Spiritualist Church and they will book you in, Jane. But it is a long drive. It'll be about, I don't know, 400 and something miles for you. So I don't expect to see you. All right? But she's coming around you now. Jane, this lady's coming around you now, and I just feel that she wants you to take stock. All right? She's talking of negativity that's been happening around you. That's all right. I might do one of my trance healings on Zoom again. You can come to that. I'm doing a trance healing clinic on Zoom. That's to raise money for Stacey. That's the 2nd of June. So stay tuned for that. If you want to book in a healing session. Yeah. And she's telling me that these negative things have got you down, Jane, but she's saying you've got to boost yourself up and you've got to do things in exactly the great way, in the way that you want to do them. Right, Laura, if you contact Bognor Regis Spiritualist Church, all right, or Bernadette Priel, they will give you the payment details for the tickets, all right, and it's the 29th of May at 2 p.m. at Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre. But what this lady's telling you is, Jane, that you've got to take the reins. You ain't got to get down about it. You've got to take the reins and you've got to do the necessary actions to pull yourself out of it. And she's giving you her love. She used to love coming up to people and giving them a bear hug. All right? She's a bit of a geezer bird in her own way, I think. Anyway, Jane, that's your love. That's your message. All right. I can feel my guide starting to step back. I do have another demonstration of mediumship to do tonight for divine light and gifts. Okay, that's a Facebook Live. The link's on my page if you want to join it. Please donate to this link for Totton Spiritualist Church food bank, and I will send you the details for the demonstration that myself, Sarah Warman, Sarah McLaughlin, and the lovely Bill Hughes are doing. Hang on a minute, I'm just typing in the link. There you go. And if you'd like... Oh, you're 8 hours ahead of me. Right, okay. Yeah. So what's the time now? It's 25 past 12, so that's 25 past 8 in the evening for you, Yanis. Okay, good evening to you, young lady. I hope what I've said to you, Yanis, makes sense. All right then, well, it's 25 past 7 now for you. I love the power of the internet, don't you? We can talk to people from all over the world. You know, I hope what I said to you, Yanis, makes sense. Just sit in the peace of the quiet and open your heart. All right? Hi, Shelley. Hi. Have you donated, Shelley? I'll have a look, and I'll send you the Zoom link. Speak to you soon, lovely Laura. Take care. Thank you, Yanis. To serve is noble. I'm well, Shelley. I'm well. I'm just letting my guys step back now. Look, we've had a lovely chat today. I think we have. All 6 of us, or all 8 of us. I think we even got up to 9 at one point. How's things down in Wales? Thank you, Yanis. I do love getting roses from ladies. I buy my wife roses, so I very rarely get a rose, but I love it when a lady gives me a rose. Okay. And if you would like to, if Vince agrees to me coming to York, send me some dates, Jane. Okay? And Nicola Bourne, if you're still about, send me some dates for painting. Right, everybody's going now. That's brilliant, Jane. Thank you. Right, I will pop off now. I think we've had a productive session. All right, so I just want to say love and blessings to you all. God bless you. Thank you.